It is another cold March day, the 18th, 2023. And if you are an Ohioan, you're familiar with this place. You've probably been by it. This is the Ohio Historical Center. I'm gonna go see if I can get in here and film some stuff, see what's going on in this great state, the great Buckeye State. 1948 Crosley station wagon. The display for John Glenn, and if you've seen one of my earlier videos, we visited the Neil Armstrong Museum in Wapakoneta, and John Glenn was the first American to orbit the Earth, February 20th, 1962, and he is an Ohioan from New Concord. And in Cambridge, there is a bronze statue of John Glenn also. I know in southern Ohio, I'm not sure if that's where New Concord is, but there is some memorial stuff down there also. This is the Conway Mastodon, and it was found in 1887 beneath 4 feet of swampy ground. It was near the county lines of Champaign and Clark counties. And then in 1894, it was presented to the Ohio State University, and it's been on loan here since 1970.
As you view the natural history exhibits, we invite you to consider the natural wisdom.
A mineral rock collection. Alright, so this display shows some of the artifacts that can be found in the state, around the state of Ohio, and it is an example of how early Native Americans, the people that lived in this state, used the waterways as trade routes. We have several different items, seashell from out on the ocean. You've got trade beads, you've got ornaments, crosses, stuff like that made out of copper, stuff out of mica, and gunflint. And it's all evidence of trade routes, waterways that were used in this state. So the Great Lakes system was created by glacier. And this is a rock that's been carved out by some of the glaciers that were in this area, the state of Ohio. The shape of the state, you can tell that the glacier up along the edge of the ridgeline of the Appalachian Mountains. But this is this glacial rock here. There's a big formation of this, and I believe there's a park on Kelly's Island, which Kelly's Island is in Lake Erie, the northern coast of Ohio. So they've got a display of a bald eagle nest, and you're going to say, but that one does not have a white head. That's because that is a immature, it's not fully developed bald eagle. But the bald eagle was on the endangered species list for quite a while, and in the last, I don't know, I'm guessing 10 or 15 years they have come off because they are making a huge comeback. And I know personally in the state of Ohio, I've seen a lot of them in the last 10 years. In the north central part of the state, at Pleasant Hill Reservoir. There has been a nesting pair for several years, and I'm guessing the Division of Wildlife has built platforms there so they can nest, and there are several nesting pairs there now. All right, so here's some of the animals that you can see in the state of Ohio, and there are red fox. I'm not sure about gray fox, but I have lived here my entire life, the state of Ohio, and I'm getting pretty old. As far as the red fox, I've maybe seen 3 in the wild that I can recall. And then over here, we have the black bear. Now, they are making a comeback in the state of Ohio, and I'm kind of glad I have not seen one in the wild. But in southern Ohio, the Hocking County, Hocking Hills area, and in northern Ohio, up around Pennsylvania, they do see them somewhat regularly. One of the areas that I frequent as far as fishing, down on the other side of Zanesville, in the last couple years, they've been reported in that area also. And here we have a pesky little varmint that is quite overpopulated in the state of Ohio right now, and I've seen hundreds of these. And currently, if you have an issue with a raccoon and you trap it, it is illegal to relocate it. They carry a disease that is spreading rapidly, and I don't know if it affects humans or not, but the Division of Wildlife is trying to control that problem. So if you have to trap one out, be aware you have to euthanize it, because it is against the law to relocate them. And here's another problem in the state of Ohio. They cause a ton of damage to cars. Badger, Mr. Cottontail Rabbit back there. And then down here it says woodchuck. Most of us country folk around here call them groundhogs. Now that's a weird looking woodchuck. Ones around here are way bigger than that.
What's the difference? What do you think the difference is?
Probably tame child.
A couple of bobcats here. There are quite a few bobcats in the state of Ohio, and you probably would be surprised at how close they are to civilization, where there is a large population of people. For some of the animals that were native to Ohio at one time but are no longer present, bison, prairie chicken, and what I believe is a fisher, lynx. I'm not sure what kind of bird that is. Maybe a raven crow. It says raven crow, but I believe those are in Ohio. There's some, looks like brown bears. Black bear, which I believe there's black bear. Porcupines. There's a large population of porcupines in Michigan. Eastern timber wolf. And mountain lion. The woman's wedding hat decorated with stuffed Eurasian kingfisher, 1887. And this is for one of my favorite content creators, Jacob the Carpetbagger. Some mammoth molar tooth. Pretty cool looking battle flag from the 121st Ohio Infantry Volunteers, and listed are some of the battles they were in: Chapin Hill, Chickamauga, Mission Ridge, Chattanooga, Rome, Kennesaw Mountain, Jonesboro, it looks like, Atlanta, Savannah, and Benton. This is pretty cool to me because these regiments tied to the 121st are from the area that I currently live in, being Marion County, Richland County, Knox County, Morrow County. So personally, that one has a little bit of meaning. These men who were in the 121 Ohio Infantry Volunteers were from the area that I live in. And come to the Ohio Historical Center. I was not expecting a car show. Looks like an all original 57 Chevy Bel Air with a Windstream camper, I believe. A pretty cool display. It takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour. Take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder. Work until you're prouder. All the doubters, they're just young downers. I swear to God, they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns. Overall top, they deserve it now. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. All right, I want to talk to you about buying a house. Okay, maybe not really, because houses are really expensive nowadays. So here at the Ohio History Center, we have a display on the 1950s. And this is pretty interesting because, come over here and look at this. So you have the Lustron home. Customize your own home. All right, that sounds pretty good. I know a lot of people have built their own homes the way they like them, but I know nobody who started at that price. $4,000, $4,190. And there's 4 color options. Sounds pretty sturdy. All right, so that is your beautiful restaurant house. Porcelain steel. They do deliver, and you can get the optional bomb shelter. And that would be your entrance right there. Oh, pretty big steam engine here.
But you'll see us often look at something and then toss it aside. We pitch it because we don't want to have to look at it again. So we're going through.
And then out on the outside, the old B&O Railroad caboose. All right, here's some music history and some Ohio history. Now, you young folks probably have no idea what this is, but there was a band that formed in the 70s called Devo. For the time, they were kind of new agey, new wave, but they formed at Kent State University in Ohio. This is a large steam engine. It's a pretty good size. It was built in 1858, and this is considered a portable steam engine. I don't know how easy that would be to move around. Old streetcar. Evidently this was used in Columbus. It says Fairground and 17th Avenue. And if you know where the Ohio Historical Center is, this thing is home because the Ohio Historical Center sits right off the Ohio State Fairgrounds. Actually sits right at the edge of the parking lot. Go inside and take a look around the streetcar here. I can get up in here without falling. This old man. Imagine bouncing through the streets of Columbus in this thing. The skylight. I find this one here interesting. Vote against liquor and swap the HUD. Vote Ohio dry, November 5th. Glass collection. It was a private collector, Tom and Agnes Christopher collection. He passed away in the 1970s. It came here to the Ohio Historical Center. Ohio did have a big glass industry back in the 1800s. Cambridge, Ohio, Zanesville area. And there are some glassware museums in that area I'd like to go visit in the future. This is part of that same collection. It was a glass and furniture collection, and like these grandfather clocks, I can't even begin to estimate a value what they might be worth. There's some really intricate woodwork along the tops, down the side, these mirrors. So when I was a kid growing up in the 70s in Columbus, there was a host of the late night movies. That was Flippo the Clown. And this is his costume.
Everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up okay.
Alright everybody, so don't freak out and don't unsubscribe. But I'm old enough that I can remember jukeboxes similar to that, pop machines similar to that, and cigarette and candy machines similar to that. We're up on the second floor, which looks like it's the ground level where the cafe is. We pretty much have it all to ourselves. So 1986 Indy 500 winner Bobby Rahal. I can remember when this happened in '86. Bobby Rahal was from Medina, Ohio. But at the time that he won this race, I believe he lived in Dublin, Ohio. And over here we have a beautiful avocado green side-by-side refrigerator freezer and a 4-burner stove with an oven. I like this. I think I could throw back to this. I'll take you way, way, way back to this old wood-burning stove. And I had a great aunt in southern Ohio who, when I was 8 or 9 years old, was close to 90 and had one of these that she used. I believe this to be some very early taxidermy. Looks like a pike. And down here we got a couple of turtles. Painted up. While we're looking at these covered bridges here, there is a spot up in northeastern Ohio that has several covered bridges. I'm thinking about possibly going up there and doing a video there Just leave a comment if anybody's interested in that. All right, this trip is starting to wind down. We have a few more things to look at. I'm going to try to give you a quick summary. The Ohio History Center is located in Columbus, Ohio, on 17th Avenue. That is right next to the Ohio State Fairgrounds. I believe currently they are only open on Saturdays and Sundays. Admission is $16 a person. And you can get a coupon online for buy one admission, get the second free. This was a great trip for us. We were there for about 3 hours. We covered everything except for one display. I left that one there for you guys, so you can go check it out. I was surprised by a couple things. The 1950s display, that was pretty cool. See the 57 Chevy, the Lustron house. And the second thing was the Civil War display. That was quite extensive. There were several battle flags that were in glass cases. I would have loved to videotape them so you could see them, but the reflection was causing some problems with the video coming out clear. So those are also there for you to go check out for yourself. Hey, thank you to everyone for watching the videos, and a big thank you to those of you who have been encouraging me with the great comments. Until next time, my friends, it's good to be alive.
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through.